What's up, guys? Mark Fleetwood here. Welcome back to the Daily Grind Trader. Today, super excited for this video. All the coins we've been watching, everything we've been looking for. I want to go over all of them and give you a quick rundown what everything we've been watching over the course of the past week is doing. And guys, it is a lot of fun right now in the market. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you all about it. Alright guys, get the obvious out of the way first. I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. I enjoy doing technical analysis and I share it with all you guys. You guys all do know to trade at your own risk. You manage your own money. With that being said, if you like these videos, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Hit the notification bell so you know when I go live. Speaking of going live, I was going to make this video yesterday, but in the Mid-Atlantic region we had hurricane remnants coming through, tornado watches, flooding, high winds, power outages, all that stuff, kind of all on the same day. It was like apocalyptic yesterday here, so I didn't get a chance to make the video. But I'm going to start with Ravencoin. Start with the Ravencoin chart. And Ravencoin, the daily chart looks beautiful. It just needs to move. Today it has been stuck right on the resistance line for this wedge and has not moved off of it. Here's what I'm looking for with Raven. One of two things will happen. It will burst. It will blow out of this wedge and start to make its move. And you see here, if you go back and you kind of expand the chart a little bit, this is a massive, beautiful cup and handle formation. The handle is done, and I think it's going to blast out. Once it breaches the initial top, once it breaches the cup line, at 1788, yeah, 1786. The three wave is definitively 100% on, and you're looking at new all-time highs. With that being said, the worst case scenario, I believe, is if it fails to breach here, we retest the 38.2 line, and that's been a support. You can see even when it dips below, it comes right back. So this 38.2 line has been a support. Worst case scenario is it dips down to 12.5 and pops back up to the 13-cent line, and we retest this range, or we retest the resistance, tomorrow or the next day. I expect this to be broken by the week, though. Again, my initial call Sunday was 3 to 5 days. We're in day 4. This should break out today or tomorrow. The daily SAR flipped. It did flip the daily SAR, so now we have buying pressure underneath. We need volume to pick up, and we've got plenty of room on the RSI to grow. So Raven has plenty of room to grow. I'm going to go to VET now. And sorry if you hear my dog chomping. He's eating his food. I think he's a little irritated that I didn't give him any of my breakfast sandwich and coffee. But VET, same type of wedge. It broke out yesterday, and it broke out big. It broke out really big on a daily. Today, however, it looks like we are testing. We broke the Fibonacci starting point, the 1448. And we're going to retest this line a little bit. I think we're going to sit on this line at least for a couple hourly or 4-hour ticks. We're going to sit on this line a little bit. We're going to test it, and we're going to have to break it definitively. We haven't broken it definitively yet, but once it is definitively broken, it's on. It's definitely on to 3-wave territory. I believe we are in 3-wave right now, but this will make it definitive, and then we're looking at the potential of getting into that range of 30 to 40 cents. I think 35 cents was the target for this, for the long term. For the long-term 3-wave cap, it was 35 cents on this 3-wave. So we're in great shape on VET for the daily. And again, VET, flip its SARs on the daily. So these are long-term goals. These waves, these Elliott waves, unless you're looking in a very small time frame and you're looking at the impulses of each wave, these are macro setups. These are long-term setups. From here, from our starting point, we were 26 days from bottom to top, from our start of our one wave to the end was 26 days. Don't be surprised if wave 3 isn't 35 to 40 days, because it should be taller and longer. So keep that in mind. This isn't a 3 to 5 day total window. I mean, the 2 wave itself was long, typically longer than what 2 waves typically are. 14 days on that, because it was a sideways. It was more of a consolidation 2 wave more than a dumping wave. It never got below the 38.2 line, so it had to take more time sideways to cool off the indicators the same way. Now we're going to go and take a look at EOS. EOS is kind of stuck, and I don't think it's going to be stuck long term, because I think it's making the same type of strong move that VET did. It's just kind of got stuck on the 236 line. And this is why I use the Fibonacci's, because you can see sticking points and supports and resistances, and we got stuck here on the 236, and it's at about 526, and we've been sticking around there. If we look on the hourly chart, look in the 4 hour and really kind of zoom in on the 4 hour, it's been 1 touch, 2, 3, 4 4-hour candles on that line, above or below it. So once it breaks this definitively, the next line will be the 0 line, or the 0 line at 591. So again, EOS still in really good shape as well. I think there's a lot of potential here, and I will tell you what I did on my entries. I have entered both EOS and VET. I also entered Link, but Link is not one that I cover on analysis, because I will send you to Silverback Crypto for his Link analysis. Link is his baby. But for VET and EOS, I entered both around the same time. I entered after Monday had an end of day hard dip, and once it started to recover, I entered around 11.8. So I entered around 11.8 here once it started to show a recovery. And on EOS, I entered around $4.80, $4.83. Entered here on this hammer. So both these entries I entered knowing that there was a dip and there was a show of strength in the recovery of the dip. And on EOS, it was a solid line. Let me get this back on the daily so it's a little bit easier to read. 486 was a 38.2 support line, so I knew whenever we cross that line below, we would come back above it. So I got a little bit below it, like 43, and it came right back across. So this is why it's important to get your known support resistances and to be amendable. If you remember, all of these here, I had channels where they were parallel channels, and I was running them like this. And every one of these, VET, Raven, and EOS, I had these parallel channels. Well, look, the bottom never touched again. The bottom stopped touching. That channel was invalid. So I see that. I see there's multiple touches, bottom and then pickups, bottom and pickup, and it's not touching my support. So that is not a valid support anymore for me. In my opinion, it's not a valid support anymore. It's time to redraw. So drawing this as a falling wedge, resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, fifth touch break, VET, from the falling parallel triangle, or from the falling parallel channel to a falling wedge. It doesn't seem like it's much, but then you see you get resistance, support, resistance, break. Ravencoin is trying to break on that fifth touch as well. We'll see if it works. We'll see if it happens. Guys, that's the video for the technical analysis side of this thing. But I want to check one more thing. I want to show you guys one more thing. Monthly targets. This is my 30% trading target. Monthly trading targets. 30% monthly. So from August, start with 500. Looking at 650, 30%. I made my moves. My August moves I made at the 30th day of August. I waited the market. I waited this to see where we were at, where our points were at, our points of entry, our points of value before making a move. You have to be patient. The market is the impatient feeding money to the patient. That is what the market is all about. So if you look here, I'm opening up my account. Right now, 1871 on leverage with what is it? Go back here. 1875 on leverage with 1091 borrowed. So almost $800 right now from the 500, from the 30th to the 2nd. I've obliterated my monthly goal, and I'm already working on month 2. So by end of September, I'm looking at 845. I'm already most of the way there. So patience is key. Patience is key. I'm going to end with that. As always, guys, until next time, peace.